Here we are for this week's edition of Backpage Blues, and it's a Backpage Blues special. We asked you to send in your questions, and we've got hundreds, so thank you so much for getting them into us. We're going to try and answer them now. I think the best place to start is an excellent question from Carefree TV, who is worried about the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge. Charlie and I sit in different parts of the ground. Charlie, how's the atmosphere where you sit?
I think for most home games it's very, very poor. Mourinho's raised it this season's caused us a lot of embarrassment. I think things like lower ticket prices and grouping together people that want to sing will help matters next season. I
absolutely agree. I think that there's a massive problem at Stamford Bridge. After the Paris Saint-Germain game, I was really down about the atmosphere.
Yeah.
For a game of that magnitude to be that quiet is really worrying. And I think the club are to blame, to be completely honest with you. I think they've over-sanitised the stadium. I think they've overpriced out a huge generation of fans. And something needs to be done, because it was embarrassing. I thought the Paris Saint-Germain fans were great and really dominated. So that can't continue. Next question. This one actually really vexes me. It's from KPD CFC. Thank you very much for your question. KPD wonders whether we need to leave Stamford Bridge. This is something that I cannot deal with. So Charlie, I'm going to let you answer this one.
Well, usually we're on the one to calm me down, but it makes me kind of very upset as well. Stamford Bridge is Chelsea, Chelsea is Stamford Bridge. It's integral to the history and identity of the club. And more practical reasons, every other site they wanted, like Battersea Power Station, Royals Court, is now taken.
I absolutely agree. This will never happen, ever. Before this happens, I will handcuff myself to the goalpost at the shed end, and we will not leave this. Chelsea will never leave Stamford Bridge while I'm alive.
We better move on. Yeah.
Fine, good shout.
Question from CK Yara here. What do you think about Juan Cuadrado's impact on the team?
I think he hasn't done enough so far. I think the door was open for him against Southampton to come in and display his talents, and he didn't do that. He was shockingly bad. I don't think that we should let that affect our judgment of him entirely. I think that he is probably a very good player, but as of yet, he has not shown that. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'd like to see him given at least to the end of next season. It's very hard to come in January to such a a well-functioning side.
That's absolutely true. Another very good question from the real Finn Williams, not the fake Finn Williams, the real Finn Williams. He wonders whether we'd like to see Didier Drogba involved in some sort of managerial capacity when he sort of finishes at the end of the season.
I'd love to see Didier Drogba at the club in any capacity. Maybe not a managerial one just yet. He's got so much on his plate back home. He's just an immense character. Having him around the club is going to be invaluable, but I don't think he'll be playing next season, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. A brilliant man to just have around. The youths, like Dom Solanke, couldn't be learning off anybody better.
Absolutely.
So just to have around the club would be great.
Next question from Amma Polish Plumber.
Amma Polish Plumber, how are you?
Hi. What do you think is the cause of Chelsea's dip in form and the worsening playing style over the last 3 months?
That is a wonderful question, Amma. I could talk about this for all day long, really. If for the sake of this, I'm going to boil it down to 1 point, and I think the only answer I can give you, the reason that we had such a dip in form, considering how we played at the beginning of the season, is fatigue. I don't think that we rotated properly around the Christmas period, and I think that's really told on our form. And I just think we played 4 games in 14 days or 16 days over Christmas, and it was the same 11 virtually all the time, culminating in the Tottenham result. Yeah. I think that's probably the only reason I can give you.
I completely agree. I don't think Mourinho has used the squad well enough. At all, and it's coincided with a drop in form now.
Absolutely. Brian Kenny asked a very good question. Do you think that we've made any mistakes in letting people go?
Not major mistakes. I think in each circumstance, the player wasn't playing enough. Chelsea got boatloads of money for them, and everyone's kind of praised us for that.
It's a very hard question to answer, though, just after Juan Mata did what he did on the weekend, when you think about that.
Absolutely, everyone at Chelsea misses Juan Mata. He's such a great person to have at the club, such a great player. But, there was good circumstance for his departure as well. He wasn't playing enough. We'd always like to see players get a bit more time. But, we always have to win as well. David Luiz is another one, actually. When you think of David Luiz's performance for PSG against us, it makes you wonder. How much do they get for him?
It's true. It's absolutely true. We're going to move on to a quick fire question. We hope that they're the questions that we're going to answer sort of in depth. And now we're going to move on to try and answer, just get a few more in as quickly as possible. Shravan BK wants to know, if you had to choose between Pogba and Varane, who would it be?
Varane. We need a massive presence in the centre of defence. He's probably the best young defender in the world.
I agree. Killer Dude Tom also says, is there a manager out there better suited to being the manager of Chelsea than Mourinho?
Absolutely not.
Excellent. Lewis Jacobs, with the new sponsorship money coming in from Yokohama, is the Lionel Messi deal now a possibility?
Not this again, Raw. Absolutely not.
Not even considering the information that I got through my source at the gym?
I think he was pulling your leg there, mate.
I'm gutted. Lewis, I'm with you, mate. I believe.
Well,
I believe.
Craig Sterling asked, do you think Eden Hazard will win the Ballon d'Or?
Eventually. I think he will.
I'd like to see it. And King Hasho asked, do you think we'll win the quadruple next year?
Not without massive reinforcements. And no is my answer. No, I don't. That's it. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this edition. Make sure you send our questions, send some questions in for us.
Hang on, there's one more here.
No, that's me done.
No, definitely not. Gautam KJ has asked.
No, Gautham's question didn't make it. Sorry, Gautam,
it did. Hang on, shush. When will Rory change that hairstyle? The sooner the better. I guess he's gone. Thanks for watching this week's Backpage Blues. Make sure you subscribe. I better go and find him.